process when we were having this conversation? Did you have that doubt that, what happens in, Delhi if it doesn't get through? So what were the thoughts?
Thank you, Bhaskarji. See, we have been operating for 35 years, 7 states, 15 factories. And when we decided to go into the backward integration of PCB manufacturing, entire gamut of PCB, including CCL, and this is going to be the single largest individual investment the company has ever made. And that's being made in Andhra Pradesh. We have been operating in other states for 35 years. What drew us to Andhra Pradesh? Fiscal incentives are important because India has a disability factor in the electronic manufacturing. We don't have the ecosystem. Fiscal incentives to me are like steroids. They are given to bring up the strength to a particular level. What is equally critical, rather more crucial, is the DNA of your partner. And in this case, the partner is the state government. Fiscal incentives will lapse after 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, whatever the sort of lifespan is. But it's the DNA of your partner which makes or breaks a project over a longer period of time. And if you have a partner which is proactive, which is open to listening your problems, guide you, because your partner has much more power. The state government has much more power than an individual industrialist, and more so if it's a small scale industry like us. Today anything below 1 billion is a small scale industry, mid-size. It's not a big industry. So the partnership with the state is what sustains the growth and health of the industry and the ecosystem around it. And if you travel across India, you'll find, whether I wouldn't name the states, you'll find what you call khandar, jisko kehte hain, monuments of industry decaying. They got the incentives, they put up the industry, the ecosystem was not there, the DNA system was not there, and it languished. So it leads to a colossal waste of national resources. To us, coming to Andhra Pradesh, I think it's a game-changing thing, and we are also planning to invest in our sister companies, also planning to sign off an MOU with them today for putting up a software unit, services unit. What changed, tilted the sort of coin in favor of Andhra Pradesh? I'm not praising him because he's sitting next to me. Don't take it that way. We asked for a meeting because we had our apprehensions that Andhra Pradesh is not in the pink of health in terms of finances. The committed incentives, would they be available or not? So that was the apprehension in our mind. So we sought a meeting from him. The meeting was granted in no time. And we met him at 6 o'clock in the evening at his residence. We expressed our apprehension. And he said he will try to bring in an escrow mechanism, which the Honorable Chief Minister has announced today. Now that's the sort of a speed which becomes even the envy of the industry. I keep telling my colleagues in my factory and company that now you have to match the speed of the government. And speed of the government, even at the center, is phenomenal. The ECMS policy closed on 30th September. Then there were about 14 holidays, Diwali, Gandhi Jayanti, Dussehra and all those things. In 14 working days, they released the first set of approvals. And believe you me, this speed is not there in the private sector. I'm from the private sector all through. So I think we are lucky to have a center government which is working at the speed of sound and an Andhra Pradesh government which is working at the speed of light. Thank you.
Sir, that is called double engine bullet train Sarkar.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So now, sir, my question to Venkat Simhadri Garu. Sir, what made you to choose Vizag as a destination where you are bringing in a semiconductor packaging? I think this is the first of the such manufacturing facility in the state, and that too, you putting it in Vizag, making Vizag join the league of, the Gujarat and the Assam locations. I think this is the third location after Gujarat and Assam. Probably one went to Odisha. I think you are the fourth location in the country where a semiconductor, industry is coming. So, so what made you think about Vizag as a destination for that?
Sure, Bhaskarji. Before I answer that question, Lokeshji, your inspirational speech earlier, message to the industry, it is really inspiring, and I'm glad I have chosen Vizag and I'm here today to set up my factory. So before I give you some background, I'm actually a graduate of Andhra University College of Engineering. 42 years ago, I was like roaming around on the streets here. Yes, and before that, my dad, he was also a graduate of Andhra University, MSc Electronics, 1961. So it's home coming to me. I'm not new to Vizag. And also, if you look at the whole semiconductor industry, I mean, we're talking about manufacturing right now, and of the top 20 semiconductor companies, only 3 or 4 companies really do the manufacturing. Rest of them, you keep hearing the names, NVIDIAs, AMDs, Qualcomms, they really don't do manufacturing. So design is one area India should also be focusing on. If you really look at the whole design ecosystem in India today, Bangalore is definitely leading and Hyderabad is closely behind. And actually, I also had my own contribution to developing the ecosystem in Hyderabad since 1998. But in Vizag, I was the first guy to set up a design center in Scient. So I was actually heading the semiconductor division in Scient. In 2009, I set up a design center here, right here in Rishikonda. It was around 100 people, VLSI design team. And we had a good start. Later on, I started another company around 2012. It was called Gigacom Semiconductor. And again, that time I chose in Vizag, and I set up my operations here. And actually, it was a reasonably good success story. Later on, I ended up merging that company with a Hyderabad-based company, Moschip, and I became the CEO. But what I'm saying is, I think that is one area I like to focus coming back here. Even though I'm talking about manufacturing today. And my vision is to set up a semiconductor focused innovation center in Vizag. Not only just do, creating the manpower and also, encouraging young semiconductor fabless startups who can come to Vizag, design their chips, even though they can get fabricated in, TSMC or somewhere else. They could actually bring up those chips, test them and releasing it to production out of here, since we have a NOSAT here. So that is the vision I have for Vizag. And coming back to the readiness, see, we will rise to the occasion always, right? In India, Y2K, people needed, large number of software engineers to fix that problem. India had risen to the occasion and served the, global problem, Similarly, semiconductor industry today, we claim that 20% of the world's VLSI design workforce is in India today. Even though we don't have the product companies, if you name all the top 20 semiconductor companies, AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, they all have design centers in India today. So same thing will happen in manufacturing. It's a little late start, but we will rise up to the occasion and we will address it. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, our old friend, they've been with us for, so many years, long journey with us, with Tirupati and all, Dixon Technologies. I think from you, I think everybody wants to hear because of your long, assignment, long journey with us, because others are joining us now. You've been there for so many years. So what have been your experience? Can be very candid, all the investors here and all. You know that we are very candid with you always. So you can be as candid as, it should be. Share your experience of working in this state and working with the people of the state.
So thank you, Bhaskar Garu. We are primarily a north-based company till 2017. And in 2017, we decided that we have to create a base outside of North. And that is the time when we started scouting and visiting South, different locations. Even before I met either the Director Industries or Secretary IT or even Nara Lokesh Garu, we went to Tirupati and I met a ZM there by the name Mr. Pratap Reddy. He happens now to be the ED of APIC. That gentleman was there to receive us at the airport. He took us around the EMC 2. He showcased what he wanted to offer us. He took us to local villages so that we could meet the pradhans and understand about the availability of manpower. He explained the culture to us. And I could find a zeal in him that he was trying that we should be there. When such a, I'll not say junior, but when down ground people have that zeal, then you know that it is coming from top and what type of zeal will be there at the top. And thereafter we met Kartikeya Mishra ji, Sorman Garu, and finally Nara Lokesh ji. It was a very quick thing. I remember first time meeting him and he asked me two things. He said, one, I want you to start quickly. Two, the employment has to be for youth of Andhra with special focus on women. So sir, I must share with you, we have almost 10,000 people today and 58% are women. So since that day, we have not looked back. We have created one of the largest capacity for LED TV. Lokesh Garu was mentioning that 70% of the AC go out of Andhra Pradesh. So let me share with him, Dixon has the largest capacity for LED TV in the country. Dixon has the largest capacity for security cameras in Andhra Pradesh. It has the largest capacity for washing machine in Andhra Pradesh. So if within a period of 7 years, we have been able to create that, I don't think it is possible without support and encouragement from the local authorities. We all talk about investments, incentives. We talk about, Bhaskar Garu was talking about quick clearances, single window. I don't think in Andhra Pradesh it is single window. In Andhra Pradesh, it is click of a button. 7 years, I have not visited any government department for any clearance. Everything is going online. When we start a unit, maximum 15 days, we get all the clearances without visiting anybody. So this was unheard for us in my 35 years of working, that I can get clearances so quickly and so fast. So thank you, sir. I must compliment the way the team is working to encourage. Just before start of this session, I was talking to one of the co-panelists, Ruvi. He says that if government is not standing between you and your work, that is good enough. So I say now, here is a government which is they are not standing between us, but they are standing behind me. So what more you need? So with my experience in Andhra Pradesh, with Dixon's experience in Andhra Pradesh, I can assure you, government intervention zero. You can be assured of it. And if we don't have government interventions, we all know what speed we can get. So thank you, sir, and thank you very much, Bhaskar Garu.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll go to Mr. Ruvin Chabal. Yeah. My question too is regarding, you are manufacturing in Andhra Pradesh. You are manufacturing in Andhra Pradesh. You have these options of a neighboring states, not very far from our border. You have Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, very very near to the locations you manufacture. So what tilts the decision in favor of Andhra Pradesh when the entire geography is available? Of course, even from Andhra Pradesh you can take advantage of the ports of Chennai and the airport of Bangalore and the R&D facilities of Bangalore. You can take advantage. So what tilts the balance in favor of this state, and what do you think we can do better? It's not always that we paint a rosy picture. What is that we can do? We are all in a learning curve. What is that we need to do today to get people like you and other companies to come and invest in Andhra Pradesh and doing manufacturing at a larger scale? What do you think is that one or two things that we need to do better at?
I would say, okay. I'll tell you from a little bit of my experience, what I was before I came. I wasn't, as you probably understand by looking at me, I wasn't born in India. Okay. And I started a company back at the time in Israel as an entrepreneur, as a founder. And as being an entrepreneur, when you want to do something, when you go after you basically trying to do, and in Israel it's very common to do it. It's you try to do the impossible. You look at something, when you look at it at the beginning, it looked like impossible to do it, but then still you want to do it, you want to be successful. Fast forward 20 years, I'm here. We need to go after a new plant. We go to talk to you guys. After 2 weeks, we had the allotment for the ground. I've never seen any place on the planet that could do it and do it for me. Out of the period of time that I've seen everything. My career was between seeing China at the first part of my career and then coming over here. And again, China is very famous for doing things very fast to go across. But I found something the same or better over here, and that was the first step of I can go on and say everything else what you did, but this first step was, for me, it was everything. Okay, so and this is the reason for the answer to your question. Why are we in Andhra Pradesh? Why are we in Tirupati? Yeah. By the way, this facility is already working today, full steam ahead and producing a lot of funds. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Now I would want to, in fact, I was actually personally thinking that I'll ask this question. Of all the places you want to manufacture, the chassis for all the phones in Kupam, I was also surprised first time when, we didn't pitch for it. You asked for it. We said yes, of course. And one thing, what has happened, you choose Kupam. Now I have at least 20-25 requests of manufacturing, a lot of electronic components out of Kupam, which we never was in our radar, in our wildest imagination. We never thought that Kupam would be a place where, electronic manufacturing will happen, and that too, you started with chassis. Now we have somebody want to manufacturing anode, diode. People are coming and saying that they'll do a PCB. It is like, everything has opened up, in that place. Of course, it's a nice place, good weather. If there is some place which is comparable in weather to Bangalore kind of an environment, it is Kupam. Now we have water, a lot of water, power is there and all, everything. But this question again comes back to, so Kupam.
Yeah, thank you, Bhaskarji, for asking that question. For the records, I'll just tell you what we plan to manufacture in Kupam is the chassis or the body of the mobile phone. It's very high-end aluminum extrusion manufacturing, and it's not a new site for us, Bhaskarji. We've been operating the Kupam site for the last 3 years. When Hindalco, part of the Aditya Birla Group, acquired an existing extrusion plant, they were already doing some very good quality products for automotive, and we really like the site for its location. It's close to, like you said, the Chennai port. Bangalore is a location, and we already had skilled labor force already operating the Kupam site. So it was not. We were not in double minds on choosing any other place for us, and a lot of the electronics and the phone ecosystem is already in that region. So it was a natural choice for us, and to take that further, then we decided to put up an integrated aluminum plant with very high-end aluminum casting as well as extrusion manufacturing and machining, and to add to the quality of workforce, we are also investing in a skill development institute. We call it Swarna Kaushal, which over 3 years will train and make the local youth employable in such high-end engineering and manufacturing industry. So yeah, it was a natural choice for us. Kupam, it's a great location.
Thanks to you, I'm flooded with, offers, of Kupam and all. Now there's a lot of competition, Kupam, people want to do that. Thanks to you. The first one, you start that off. Thanks a lot. And that, brings us to the close of a little bit of interactive session that we have. Now I think we have MOUs. We have a couple of MOUs and GO that we're going to exchange. But one thing from the stage, what I want to tell everybody is that whatever MOUs we are exchanging today, next 60 days we are going to do the foundation and the groundbreaking. So that's what the mandate we have. For us, MOU doesn't mean a piece of paper, but MOU means the start of a journey, and we have a very definite timeline that we have. In the next 60 days, the groundbreaking for all the MOUs that we are entering. That means your land will be there with you, handed over to you, your incentive package clearly worked out, government orders given in your hand, and we can start off on the construction part of the factory. Wherever factories are to be there, where a fitted out factory is required, we will make that available. So with that, I think with the permission of our minister, I think I can, yeah.
To all the investors who are signing with us, our clock starts today. Not your clock, my clock, our clock starts today. Bhaskar ji and I run, we had the RTG real-time governance. We're getting a satellite map every month. So we'll start monitoring your progress. You will hear from us. Please do share your weekly updates. We would love to hear from you. Bhaskar ji as a Economic Development Board has a team. So weekly we would like to get your updates from you on any areas that you're having challenges. Because I'm not saying we're perfect. We're also humans. There will be challenges, but we're here to address those. But let's, as panelists have stated here, let's set records. And those records are only meant to be broken by us. So let's work together, and I look forward to, meeting with you and making this a meaningful journey, not only for Andhra Pradesh, for our great nation. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. To honor and give respect, may I now invite Honorable Minister to give away a token of appreciation to our panelist. May I request Minister can come forward? Mr. Jasbir S. Gujral, MD, Serma SGS Technologies Limited. Next, Mr. Venkata Simhadri, Founder and CEO, SIP Technologies.